Question number 1.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and thank the member for his question. I welcome the publication in November of InterTrade Ireland's Mapping the Potential for All Ireland Sectoral Ecosystems. I launched it with my fellow Enterprise Minister Richard Bruton at the North-South Ministerial Council on the 2nd of December 2015. And the detailed report, which is the first of its kind, maps geographic concentrations of firms in the same sector across Northern Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, and it makes the recommendations on how the full potential of these ecosystems can be realised through new cross-border initiatives. To assess whether there are economic merits to developing sectoral ecosystems on a cross-border basis, InterTrade Ireland carried out a more detailed case study analysis on 3 identified growth sectors: medical devices, pharmaceuticals and software. The case studies have identified potential opportunities for cooperation for mutual benefit, particularly in the areas of research, clinical trial coordination, opening up opportunities to advance training of staff on a cross-border basis, and widening sub-supply goods and services markets. I'll be discussing that report and its recommendations with my counterpart Richard Bruton at the next NSMC meeting.
Miller for a supplementary.
I want to thank the Minister for his work he's been doing with InterTrade Ireland over the last month and a half in relation to their funding first, but also to thank him for his comprehensive answer on this question. Minister, you probably have read the entire report, but certainly I have read the summary and the conclusions. And right at the end, in fact, the last sentence of the last paragraph of the report, it refers to one of those sectors, and that's the software sector. And it talks about how software industries really on the island are located Dublin and Belfast, and talks about the energy and potential of that Dublin-Belfast corridor for software. Minister, when you talk about taking it forward, could I ask you to make it a priority to provide the funding or resources so that we can do more work on this, more detailed work, to try and give the backing to InterTrade Ireland, to those sectors, to create the jobs that we want to see north of the border in particular?
I will align myself fully with the member's comments about improving the technology sector in Northern Ireland. It is our knowledge-based sector, in many cases, is growing exponentially. I mean, in some areas, I'm thinking of knowledge-based sector in the science park and others, it's growing by up to 30%, which is huge growth, and we must maintain that momentum. And anything that we can do to deliver more jobs in Northern Ireland, we will take in relation to that. As members will know, I've maintained the baseline for InterTrade Ireland, because when something is delivering for Northern Ireland companies, I want them to continue to deliver. And I think the member will be pleased to note that I've approved an additional bid of additional money for 2016 of £206,000 for InterTrade Ireland, and that's subject to the Intertrade Board ratification.